Well, you're a wonderful sight, and you're a message throughout Colorado and across these United States that the time for change has come. I spent 38 years in uniform. I had a couple of tours up the road in Fort Carson and Colorado Springs. And I'm proud to be here to tell you that Barack Obama is going to be a great president for the United States. And he's going to be a great president and a great commander-in-chief for the men and women in uniform, and he's going to take care of our veterans and their families. The truth is that in the last 8 years, we've had 4 unprecedented crises in America, and every one of them is the same. There's warning, the government takes action, the action is ineffective, and the problem persists. Osama bin Laden is still on the loose. We've still got 150,000 troops in Iraq. New Orleans and Katrina is not resolved, and we're in the middle of an unprecedented financial crisis. I say it's time for new ideas and new leadership in America.
He has unified a party, he has unified a nation, and he has done it all with a level of grace and poise and honor and dignity and respect, staying so true and so consistent. I, for one, am very proud of my husband. So what I told him is that, babe, you have gotten us 85% of the way there. But the other 15%, it's on us. It's on all of us. If we want Barack Obama in the White House, then we have to vote for him. We have to send him there. And that's where all of you come in. We've got 3 days to finish writing this story out. And we need each and every one of you to be as passionate and as engaged and as focused over these next 3 days, continuing to get the vote out, continuing to encourage everyone to think about what's at stake in this election, to continue to push this issue until November the 4th. And if we do that, if we continue to work together, and we remain prayerful and we work hard, I know that we will have a phenomenal president in Barack Obama. That I know. So it is now my great pleasure to introduce to you the next President of the United States, my husband, Barack Obama.
After decades of broken politics in Washington, 8 years of failed policies from George W. Bush. You don't have to boo, you just have to vote. 21 months of a campaign that's taken us from the rocky shores of Maine to the sunshine of California. We are 3 days away from bringing fundamental change to the United States of America. In 3 days, you can turn the page on policies that have put the greed and irresponsibility of Wall Street before the hard work and sacrifice of folks on Main Street. In 3 days, you can choose policies that invest in our middle class and create new jobs, grow the economy so that everybody has a chance to succeed. Not just the CEO, but the secretary. Not just the factory owner, but the men and women on the factory floor. In 3 days, you can put an end to the politics that would divide a nation just to win an election. that tries to pit region against region and city against town and Republican against Democrat, that asks us to fear instead of hope. In 3 days at this defining moment in history, all of you can give this country the change that we need. You know, we began this journey in the depths of winter nearly 2 years ago on the steps of the old state capitol in Springfield, Illinois, where Abraham Lincoln once served. And back then, we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have many endorsements. We weren't given much of a chance by the polls or the pundits. And we knew how steep our climb would be. But I also knew this. I knew that the size of our challenges had outgrown the smallness of our politics. I was convinced that Democrats and Republicans, Americans of every political stripe, they were hungry for new ideas and new leadership and a new kind of politics. One that favors common sense over ideology. One that focuses on getting things done. One that values what we have in common instead of what drives us apart. Most of all, I knew the American people. I knew the American people were decent and generous and willing to work hard, willing to sacrifice on behalf of future generations. And I was convinced that when we come together like we're together today, our voices are more powerful than the most entrenched lobbyist or the most vicious political attack or the full force of the status quo in Washington. Nothing can beat the people when they come together. Now, 21 months later, my faith in the American people has been vindicated. That's how we've come so far, how we've come so close, because of you. That's how we're going to change this country, with your help. And that's why we can't afford to slow down or sit back or let up 1 day, 1 minute, or 1 second in these final 3 days. Not now, not when so much is at stake. We've got to win Colorado, and we're going to win this election. When those who oppose you have you down, reach deep and fight back harder. Colorado, that's what hope is. That's what this election's all about. That's what kept some of our parents and grandparents going when times were tough. What led them to say, maybe I can't go to college, but if I save a little bit each week, maybe my child can go to college.